Good day, my scholars. This is my school channel and my name is Abiola. In this video lesson, we are going to be solving the JAMB CBT past question for the subject Mathematics, the year 2021. Do not go anywhere, stay with us and we'll be right back. Welcome back to my school YouTube channel, and right there we are going to solve questions 1 to 14. So join me as we start with question 1. Solve the following equation. We have 2 over 2r minus 1, okay, we have our parentheses there, minus 5 over 3 equals 1 over r plus 2 as well, the parentheses. Okay, so let me replicate this question right there. I have 2 over 2r minus 1. Right, then I have minus 5 over 3 equals 1 over r plus 2. Okay, so on the Myschool website, I actually used another approach to solve this question. So I'm going to use a faster one, okay, because of the settings we may find ourselves in. Okay, so I'm going to use the trial method. Okay, so because I've solved this question, I don't need to try out all the options. So I'm just going to try out option B because that is the correct option, right? So in case you are practicing on your own, you just have to try out each options and see which of them, okay, will give you this solution. All right, so option B has 1 comma minus 5 over 2. So let me see if I place r with 1 or minus 5 over 2, it will give me the solution right here. So anywhere we see r, we replace with 1. Let's do our trial with 1 first. So I have 2 over, r is 1, right? So I have 2 times 1, that is 2. 2 minus 1, I have 1, right? Minus 5 over 3 equals, this is 1 over, r is 1, right? 1 plus 2. I have 3. So let's see if 2 over 1 minus 5 over 3 will give me 1 over 3. So I'm going to do that. LCM is 3. This is 3 times 2, that is 6. Minus 3 and 3, that is 1. Times 5, that is 5. So I have 6 minus 5, that is actually 1 over 3. So I can see that r is 1 is a factor of r. Do we see that now? Okay, so let's try out minus 5 over 2 if I will have the same solution. So when r equals minus 5 over 2, let's see if it's going to give me this. Okay, so right here I have 2 over 2 minus 2r minus 1, right? So that will be 2 over 2 into brackets minus 5 over 2, right? Minus 1. Then I have minus 5 over 3. Okay, so let's solve that. So I should have 2 here 1, 2 here 1, right? So I have minus 5 times 1, that is minus 5. So I have minus 5 minus 1, that is minus 6. So I have 2 over minus 6, right? Minus 5 over 3. So the LCM right here is actually 6. Okay, I can bring the minus up. Let me just bring it up. Okay, or I can just bring it down to 2 minus 1 over 3. But let me just work with this. So 6 and 6, that is 1. 1 times 2, that is minus 2. We can see the minus sign there. 3 and 6, that is 2. 2 times minus 5, that is minus 10. So minus 2 minus 10, that is actually minus 12 over 6, isn't it? So I have 6 here 1, 6 here 2. So I have minus 2. So let me see if I put that same minus 5 over 2 into this part. Okay, let me see if this answer here will be equals to this. So this should be 1 over minus 5 over 2 plus 2, isn't it? So let me find the LCM for the denominator. Forget about the top, okay? Let's do the denominator. All right, so I'm going to have this, okay? The LCM here is 2, of course. So 2 into, that is 1. 1 times minus 5, I have minus 5. Okay, then I have here 1 in 2, that is 2. 2 times 2, that is 4. so plus 4, okay? So I have minus 1 over 2. So for the denominator, I have minus 1 over 2. So that is 1, isn't it? Please do not mix this up. So that is 1 divided by, isn't it, minus 1 over 2, right? So that means 1 over 1 times 2 over minus 1, isn't it? So 1 times 2, that is 2. 1 times 1, that is minus 1. 1 times minus 1, so I have 2 over minus 1, that is minus 2. So we can see that what we got on the left-hand side is the same thing as what we got on the right-hand side. So clearly, 1 and minus 5 over 2, they are factors of R. So this is another trial method, okay? You can try out every other values provided in the options, okay, to see if you are going to get what you have on the right-hand side, just to check. All right, so or you can try out the other method we've used on the Myschool website. All right, so let's go back to the screen to secure 1 and minus 5 over 2. Like I mentioned earlier, option B. So option B is the correct option. Question 2. In how many ways can 2 students be selected from a group of 5 students in a debating competition? So this is about combination, right? So we're going to use the formula n factorial, right, over r factorial over n minus r. Then we have factorial. So the total number that we have, that is 5, right? That is 5 factorial over the r, that is how many ways, okay, can 2 students be selected. So we're talking about 2 students. So that is 2 factorial into bracket 5 minus 2, okay, factorial. So that is 5 factorial. 5 minus 2, that is 3 factorial. So I have 2 factorial, I have 3 factorial. So just to simplify the whole process, I will just say 5 times 4 times 3 factorial, because 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1, right? This is also 3 times 2 times 1. So this strikes out this. So 2 factorial is 2 times 1, that is still 2. So 2 here 1, 2 here 2. So 5 times 2, we have 10 ways. So the answer is 10 ways. Let's go back to the screen to select 10 ways. Very well, we have that in option B. So option B is the valid option. 3. What is the rate of change of the volume V of a hemisphere with respect to its radius r when r equals 2? Okay, so hemisphere, ME means half, okay? So, so the volume of a sphere, take note of this, volume of a sphere is 4 over 3, right, pi r cube. So ME means half. So hemisphere means half of sphere, right? That will be half of this formula. So volume of hemisphere, right, would be half, okay, of 4 over 3, right, pi r cube, isn't it? So 2 here 1, 2 here 2. So that means 2 times 1, I have 2 over 3 pi r cube. So this is the formula for the volume of hemisphere. So we are going to differentiate first, because with respect, what is the rate of change of the volume of V of a hemisphere with respect to its radius r? So we have to differentiate. So when we differentiate this, now this is the formula we are working with, right? Pi r cube. So when we differentiate, this comes here, right? So that will be 3 into bracket 2 over 3, right? Pi r 3 minus 1, isn't it? So 3 here 1, 3 here 1. So I have 2 pi r, 3 minus 1. So I have 2 pi r squared. We are now told when r equals 2. So I replace r with 2. So that will be 2 pi, right? 2 raised to power 2. That should account for 2 raised to power 2. That is 2 times 2. That is 4. Times this 2 here, that is 8 pi. So this should be our answer, 8 pi. So let's say if we had 8 pi, okay, supplied. Very well, we have that in option A. So option A is the valid option. 4. Determine the maximum value of y equals 3x squared plus 5x minus 3. At first, we have to differentiate, right? So when we differentiate, this will be Okay, let me just write out the expression. Okay, so I will just have 2, right, 3x, 2 minus 1, isn't it, plus 1. X raised to the power 1 is still x, right, 5x, 1 minus 1, and this is actually 0. So this is gone. So I would have 2 minus 1, that is still 1, right? So x raised to the power 1, that is x. 2 times 3, that is 6x, isn't it? Then I have 1 minus 1, that is 0. So x raised to the power 0, that is 1. So 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 1, that is actually 5. So to find our turning point, we asked to determine the maximum value of y. Okay, so we just equate this to 0. Then I have this as 6x equals minus 5. Dividing both sides. So to find the maximum value of y, to be at this point, right, when x is minus 5 over 6. So we just slot that in back into this equation. So I should have 3 into brackets minus 5 over 6, right, square, okay, plus 5 into brackets minus 5 over 6 minus 3. So what should I have? Minus 5 over 6 raised to power 2 means minus 5 over 6 times minus 5 over 6. So minus times minus, I have plus. 5 times 5, I have 25. 6 times 6, I have 36. So right there, I have then 3 times this, right? That will be 3 into bracket 25 over 36, right? Then I have plus 5, isn't it? 5 times, okay, let me not introduce the sign yet. Okay, 5 times minus 5, that is minus 25. So I have minus 25 over 6, then minus 3. So to just speed up things, okay, 3 here 1, 3 here 12. So right, I'm going to have 25 over 12. 25 over 12. So I can just find out my LCM from here. Okay, so 12 and 12, that is 1, times 25, I have 25, minus, right, this is 2, times minus 25, that is minus 50, of course. So I have 1 and 12, that is 12, times minus 3, that is minus 36. Okay, so 25 minus 50, that is minus 25. So minus 25 minus 36, that is actually minus 61 over 12. So let's see if we have minus 61 over 12, okay, provided. We have that placed in option D. So no correct option, correctly placed in option D. So option D is what we should go for. Question 5. A trapezium has two parallel sides of length 5 centimeter and 9 centimeter. Okay, so if the area is 91 centimeters square, find the distance between the parallel sides. So, these parallel sides, we have the short base and the long base, right? So the short base here should be the 5 centimeter and the long base, which is underneath, that is 9 centimeters. So the distance between them actually represents the height. So area of a trapezium, the formula is half, right? You can say h into bracket a plus b, or you can bring your h here, whichever one works for you. Okay, so right there we have the area is given as 91 centimeters square, right? Equals a plus b, that is the short base plus the long base, what is 5 plus 9, right, into bracket h over 2, because 1 times this is still this, then over 2, right? So I will have 91 equals 5 plus 4, that is actually 14. 14 divided by 2, that is 7. So equals 7h. So dividing both sides by 7, this is 13. So the height is 13 centimeter. That represents the distance between these parallel sides. Okay, so let's see if we have 13 centimeter. Yeah, we confirm that option A, so option A is the correct option. The Myschool team has provided you with the Myschool tools All you just need to do is to click on the link in the description below. It's going to get you to the Myschool website. Right there you get to download the Myschool mobile app for your Android devices, or you can try the Myschool software for your laptops and your computers. So join me as I solve question 6. Find the value of p if the line which passes through -1 and minus p and -2 and 2 is parallel to the line 2y plus 8x minus 17 equals 0. So when you talk about parallelism, or for parallel lines, you know, the slope m1 is equal to slope m2. So at first, let's replicate the equation we have here. We have 2y plus 8x, right, minus 17 equals 0. Right, so to make this equation look like this, you know, y equals mx plus c, what do? We have to send this in. So I should have my 2y equals minus 8x, right, plus 17. So what do? I divide both sides by 2, isn't it? By 2 by 2. So I have my y equals 2 year 1, 2 year 4, isn't it? So I have minus 4x plus 17 over 2. Okay, so if you compare this to this, that means this is x, this is x, this is c, this is c, this is m, this is m. M represents your slope. So remember that I said m1 equals m2, and that is actually minus 4, right, for your slope. So recall that the formula for slope is actually slope m, right, is actually y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so we are supplied with -1 minus p and -2, 2. Okay, so we have -1 minus p, 2, -2, and 2. So we can identify this x1, y1, right, x2, y2. So let's fix it in, right? Our slope is gotten as -4, so I have -4 equals y2, that is 2, right, minus y1, that is minus p, over x2, x2 is -2, okay, minus the x1 is -1, right? So I should have -4 equals minus times minus, that is plus, so I have 2 plus p over, we have minus times minus, that is plus, right? That is +1. So -2 plus 1, that's very correct. -2 plus 1 is actually -1. So I can cross multiply. So I have -4 times -1, that gives me +4 equals 2 plus p. Then we have to make p the subject, right? So that will be 4, right, minus 2 equals p. Hence, p equals 2. So the value of p is actually 2, where the slope, okay, we are told they are parallel, is actually -4. So we have p equals 2. So let's go back to see if we can find 2. Very well, we confirm that with option D. So option D is the right option. Please do not forget that you need to continually motivate us to give you more content. All you just need to do is to hit that like button for us. Also click on the subscribe button and always tap on that bell notification for you to get alerts immediately we upload the next video. 7. The ratio of the length of two similar rectangular blocks is 2:3. Okay, so if the volume of the larger block is 351 centimeter cube, then the volume of the other block is what? Okay, so I'm just going to use this. Okay, so we know the ratio of their length are 2/3, right? 2:3 or 2/3 equals, then we have the volume of the larger block is actually, this is for the larger one, right? Is actually 351. Of the smaller one, we do not know. So, of course, I want you to take note of this. I have solved questions regarding fractions, decimals, proportions, and the like. So, all you just need to do is to click on the link in the description below. This is going to get you to the Myschool website. Right there, you get to subscribe for math video lessons. And inside these lessons, you have enough examples, you have explanations to help you better acquaint with these procedures. Okay, so I have this, right? So I have 351, right, times 2 equals 3 times V. Dividing both sides by 3, isn't it? Okay, so I should have my 3 here 1, 3 in 35, that should go about 11 times, right? Remaining 2. So 3 in 21, that should go 7 times. So I should have 117 times 2 equals volume of the smaller one, right? So 117 times 2, that should give me 234 centimeter cube. Remember volume. So volume of the smaller one is actually 234. And then when you compare their ratios to each other, you should get what we actually want. So not this is their length rather. So we have the volume of the smaller one is 234. The volume of the bigger one is 351. So let's see if we have 234 centimeter cube. We have that in option A. So option A is the correct option. 8. Find the derivative of the function y equals 2x squared, open your parentheses, 2x minus 1, close parentheses, at the point x equals minus 1, derivative. All right, so at first, let's expand this. So I should have 2 times 2, that is 4, x squared times x, that is x cubed, right? 2 times minus 1, I have minus 2, then I have x squared. So right here I have to differentiate, right? So my dy dx should give me 3 into bracket 4, right? Okay, minus this 2 here into bracket 2x, right? 2 minus 1. Okay, so I should have 3 minus 1, that is 2. So I have x raised to power 2. 3 times 4, 12. Right, so 2 minus 1, that is 1, x raised to power 1, right? Minus 2 times 2, that is minus 4x. So at the point x equals minus 1. So just plot in this value, then I should have 12 into brackets minus 1 raised to power 2 minus 4 into brackets minus 1. Okay, so minus 1 raised to power 2 is actually 1. How do I know that? Minus 1 raised to power 2 means minus 1 times minus 1. 1 minus times minus, that is plus, right? 1 times 1, that is 1. So I have 1 times 12, that is actually 12, isn't it? I have minus 1 times minus 4, that is plus 4. The answer is 16. So let's go back to the screen. Okay, B, option B is the correct option. Number 9, correct this to 4 significant figures. Okay, so I've replicated this right here. Okay, so let me just bring this out in standard form, right? Okay, so as well, I want you to take note of this. I've actually solved topics, okay, regarding this question. You know, we have indices here, we also have standard form, we have decimals too. So you can just check the link in the description below. Once you click on it, it's going to get you to the Myschool website, okay. Right there you get to subscribe for the math video lessons, okay. So that's very necessary for you. It's okay, it's recommendable. Okay, so let me just bring this to standard form. So this will be 241, right? 34 times 10 raised to power minus 2. 1, 2. We can see that then multiplied by, this is raised to power 2, that means there will be duplicates of this, okay, 2 copies. Okay, 3 times 10 raised to power minus 3 times 3 times 10 raised to power minus 3. So let me bring this whole thing together. So 3 times 3, that is 9. 9 times this should give me 217,206. All right, times 10 raised to power minus 2 plus minus 3. The times needs to plus, please. Then plus minus 3. So I should have 217,206 times 10 raised to power what? Okay, so minus 2 is added to minus 3, that is minus 5. Minus 5 is added to minus 3, that is minus 8. So I have minus 8. I'm asked to bring this to 4 significant figures, right? So that means I have to change this to decimal, from standard form to decimal. Very easy. So minus 8, right? Let me see where I'm going to move my decimal points. I start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decimal points, 0. So these empty caves, I'll just fill it in with 0. So my correct representation now, so you can say I have 0.00217206, right? The question is 4 significant figures, all right? So the 4 significant figures should be 217, then the next number. So if I round up 6, it will become 1. Right? 1 will be rounded down, so it has something to give to these 2. So my 4 significant figures should be 002172. These are not considered significant figures. Okay, they are zeros. We're talking about non-zeros, right? Except we have 0 around here. Then because it's in between non-zeros, then it becomes significant. So the correct option should be or should contain 0.002172. Okay, let's move to the screen. 0.002172. So option D is the right option. 10. Find the mean deviation of 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so at first we just have to find the mean of these values. Okay, so I have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 1 plus 2, that is 3 plus 3, that's 6 plus 4, that is 10 over 4. So that should give me 2.5. So the mean here is actually 2.5. So how do I find my mean deviation? It's very, very easy. Okay, so I'll just take this minus my mean. So 1 minus 2.5, isn't it? Then added to 2. The next one minus 2.5, right? Added to 3 minus 2.5, right? Added to 4 minus 2.5. How many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, of course you can use tables to do this. I'm just trying to save time. Okay, so I have 1 minus 1.5, that is actually minus 1.5. Okay, but you don't bother about the minus sign. So just put 1.5. Okay, you get that? All right, so 2 minus 2.5, that is actually minus 0.5, but don't bother about the minus. Okay, just make it positive. So 0.5, do we get that? Then added to 3 minus 2.5, that is actually 0.5. Added to 4 minus 2.5, that's actually 1.5 over 4 still. Okay, so I have 1.5 plus 0.5, that is 2. 2 plus 0.5, that is 2.5. 2.5 plus 1.5, that is 4 over 4, their number, 4 year 1, 4 year 1. So the mean deviation is actually 1 or 1.0 if you want to put it that way. So let's see if we have 1.0. Option A is the right option. Getting accurate and speedy answers to your questions have become easier. All you just need to do is to click on the link in the description below. It's going to take you to the Myschool website. Okay, right there you get to encounter our solution providers who are waiting for you to ask those questions. So join me as I solve question 11. So I have at what rate would a sum of 100 naira, right, deposited for 5 years raise an interest of 7.50 kobo? All right, so 7.5. So we just use this formula, right? Simple interest, I equals PRT over 100. So we are looking for rates, right? So we cross multiply, that is PRT equals 100 high, right? So that means R equals 100 high over PT. So I will have 100 times the interest generated there is 7.50, if you want to put that. Okay, the principal there is 100 naira. Okay, times the time, okay, 5 years. All right, so I should have this. Okay, so I have 7.50 divided by 5. How do I do this? It's very easy. I know that 7.5 is actually 75 over 10, right? 5, I can say 5 goes here, 2, 5 goes here, 15. So this is basically 15 over 2. So I'm talking about 15 over 2 divided by 5 over 1, you know. Okay, so I should have 15 over 2 times 1 over 5. Okay, 5 here 1, 5 here, 3. So 3 times 1, I have 3. 2 times 1, I have 2. So I have 3 over 2, or 1 on number 1 over 2, or 1.5%. So let's use any of these values. 1.5%, 1 on number 1 over 2%, 3 over 2%. Okay? Option C is the right option. In case you have contributions, suggestions, or reviews you'd like to make, please, we so much expect them. All you just need to do is to use that comment section below, indicate your question number and the explanations, reviews, or suggestions you'd like to share. 12. 3 children shared a basket of mangoes in such a way that the first child took 1 over 4 of the mangoes and the second 3 over 4 of the remainder. Oh, great. So what fraction of the mangoes did the third child take? All right, so the first child, we are told, let me say the mangoes, okay? Let me use letter M to represent the mangoes. Right, so the first child, right, I should have actually took 1 over 4 of the mangoes. So that's actually M over 4, right? This means times. M times 1, that is M over 4. So the first child had 1 over 4. So after the first child has taken 1 over 4, what is remaining, right? So that should just be the remainder here after the first child has taken 1/4 of it, right? So that would be the total number of mangoes minus the portion that the first child took, right? So I should have my LCM as 4 times M, so I have 4M, minus 4 in 4, that is 1 times M, I have M. So what is remaining is 3M over 4. So once the first child has taken his own share, okay, what is left is 3M over 4, right, of the mangoes. Okay, so the second child now, we are told the second child actually took what? Second child took 3 over 4 of the remainder, okay? So that's 3 over 4, right, of the remainder, which is 3M over 4, right? Of means times, so I can just switch this to times. Let me just use that as times, please. Okay, so I have 3 times 3, that is 9M. Okay, 4 times 4, that is 16. So this is what the second child took, okay, 3/4 of the remainder. So the third child would just be left with the amount, okay, that we have after the first child has taken, the second child has taken, right? So that would just be the remainder. When you remove this from the remainder, that is what the third child should have left. Okay, so that would be 3M over 4, right, minus 9M over 16. Because the third child took from the remainder. So whatever is now remaining after the second child has taken, rather, okay, that would be what the third child should have. Okay, so we are cool. So let's do the subtraction. So I have 16, right? 4 in 16, that is 4, times 3, that is 12M, minus, that is 1 times 9, that is 9M. So I should have 12M minus 3M, minus 9M, that is 3M. So that is the third child has 3 over 16 of the mangoes. So if you add up all of this, you see it should give us the total number of mangoes, M. So the third child has 3 over 16 of the mangoes, or 3M over 16, or 3 over 16. We find that, you can see option A, so option A is the correct option. 13. Simplify and express in standard form. Okay, so I have a question right here. So I just have to do this. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 275, right? Times 10 raised to power minus 5. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 640 times 10 raised to power minus 5. Then denominator, I have 1, 2, 3. Right, I have 25 times 10 raised to power minus 3. Multiplied by, I have here 1, 2, 8 times 10 raised to power minus 2. Pretty easy. So let me just bring together all this. So I have 275 times 640, right, over 25 times 8. Then I have here times 10 raised to power minus 5 times 10 raised to the power minus 5 times 10 raised to the power minus 5, this is plus. So minus 5 plus minus 5, that is actually minus 10. Then I have this divide, which actually means minus. So I have for the denominator, 10 raised to the power minus 3 times 10 raised to the power minus 2. Times will change to plus, right? So that is minus 3 plus minus 2, that is minus 5. So do not confuse it with what we have here already. Okay, so let's work around this, or we want us to do this first. Okay, so we have 10. Minus times minus, I have plus. So minus 10 plus 5, that is actually minus 5. Very well. So I have 25 here 1, 25 here 1, remaining 2. 25 and 25, that is actually 1. 8 here 1, 8 here 80. So 80 times this, I have 880 times 10 raised to the power minus 5. So if I want to actually bring it to standard form, okay, like standard of standard form, then I should have 1, 2, right? So I should have 8.80 or 8.8 times 10 raised to the power. I've removed 2 times 10 raised to the power minus 3, right? 8.80 times 10 raised to the power minus 3. So let's move back to the screen. So we have 8.8, okay, times 10 raised to the power minus 3, same thing we're talking about. All right, so option C is the right option. 14. Simplify root 27 plus 3 over root 3. Okay, so this particular question is about Surds. Okay, so you can check the comment section below. Click on it. It's going to take you to the Myschool website. Okay, right there you get to subscribe for math video lessons. Okay, I've tackled the topic Surds. Okay, so solved examples, explanations, and enough insights. So let's solve this question right there. So the first thing I can do is I can decide to convert this, okay, from single form to basic form. So I know that root 27 is actually 3 root 3, right? 3 times 3, that is 9. 9 times 3, that is 27. Okay, added to this. All right, so if I try to work on this, this should be 3 times root 3, right, when you rationalize, over root 3 times root 3. You can decide to find the LCM directly and still get your answer, but I'm going to work with this. So I should have 3 times root 3, I have 3 root 3 over root 3 times root 3, that is root 9. Square root of 9, that is 3. So 3 here 1, 3 here 1. So I have root 3, or 1 root 3 if you want to put it that way. But root 3 is proper. Okay, so I have 3 root 3 plus root 3, or 1 root 3. So 3 plus 1, that is 4. We have root 3, so I have 4 root 3. My answer is 4 root 3. So even if you try out the LCM method, you still arrive at this 4 root 3. Let's go back to the screen.